VMware. So, there is a lot of speculation about acceleration for VMware in write-through mode and in write-back mode. Because we're talking about product that we're shipping, I'll talk about existing landscape of implementation write-through caching on VMware, and later we'll talk about another landscapes and how it is implemented. Agent-based software, agent inside VM, probably I don't need to talk about some disadvantages of this approach. Our customers do not want to change their VMs, especially if we're talking about 10,000 VMs. It is absolutely unacceptable.
Not to mention that it breaks the emotion.
It breaks the emotion. You stop. You know that. Actually, what? Yes, of course. Windows 7 is not supported. VDI is out of picture. There isn't many reasons why agent-based. We don't like agent-based architecture. Appliance. There is some implementation in forms of appliance, but when we thought about this, we decided not to implement it as a dedicated VM because the switching context is expensive. And if we're talking about enterprise SSD, which is tens of microseconds access time, we absolutely do not want to switch context. So that's why we decided not to go after appliance. Because appliance means it's iSCSI or NFS. Its overhead is too high. To be here, you can do it. Because actually, when you have token here, you have world ID knowledge here. And we have examples, successful examples of companies that implemented it here. However, we decided not to do this. Why? Because NFS is not supported here. Looking into the future, vVol is not supported here. So we decided not to be here. And for write-back mode, the reason not to be here, and we'll talk about it in the second part, even more important. So looking into the future, we decided not to be here. And personally, I think that this implementation below VMware Linux, I don't see the future for that, frankly speaking. Seriously, future. But it's my personal view, and you can argue. I'll be happy to discuss.
We do expect you to like your architecture best.
Yeah, you should enjoy your own Kool-Aid more than others.
Yes. So what we decided to do, we decided to be really inside kernel. We don't want to be vSCSI layer and vSCSI layer. For example, VDI is out immediately, and for other reasons. We don't want to be FSS layer. We want to be just a loadable driver and to have I/O request from VM as soon as possible. Avoiding VMFS software stack overhead. Because we're talking about SSD with tens of microseconds access time.
So you're the logical equivalent of a file system filter driver in the hypervisor? So you see things before they get to the file system?
No, it's loadable. We have all visibility for open, close, and IOs. We know how to do this. It is loadable kernel driver. Without details, sorry. Any questions, objections, remarks?
Not that we'll answer, so no.
Next, please. So that reflects our architecture. We have driver here. We have vCenter plugin, obviously, and we accelerate any VMs without exceptions in terms of operating system there. We don't touch anything anywhere. We're absolutely transparent for VMs For ESX, for hardware, we do not exist. We just accelerate. And of course, we support everything. So let's say you can ask, how you support vMotion? How you purge cache? We know when we should purge cache. It's right through mode. Don't forget, please. Because we have our own extended persistent attributes that we keep for each VMDK. We know all information. Time to M time, owner, mode to be opened, and so on. So we handle high availability, vMotion, VDI, snapshot clones, storage vMotion. We support all VMware solutions. Next, please. Of course, it's beautiful screenshot, just a tab FlashSoft here. And the idea is this. So we use VMware SIEM provider and our SIEM provider running on each host. We combine all information from system SIEM provider and merge it with our SIEM provider information. And you can see information based on host, VM, VMDK, plus our statistics, plus information about acceleration. No switching to our GUI is needed. If you want to create snapshot, thank you, Howard mentioned this already, just you create snapshot as you do it in VMware without any interaction with our software. We're transparent. Next, please. Okay, there's a list of advantages. Agentless, if you want to discuss any of them, we can go into details. NUS supported, extent level visibility, full VDI support, low resource utilization, dynamic cache allocation. We do not allocate SSD statically for each VMDK. It is dynamic. Cache persistency, vCenter plugin, and seamless snapshot creation. We already talked in some extent about each of them.